Just this, let's say, little structure. It's a road. It's not a building. It's a road. This is the city with the largest amount of roads, which are called sacbe. Sacbe means white road or artificial road. And in this case, again, it looks very small, but it's actually the longest road ever recorded in the Mayan area. And I'm talking now about the 5 different countries. This is the longest one. Starts or finishes the way you want to see it, just right here. And it goes in one straight line. It's all flat here, so you don't have to go around anything. It's all in straight line, always leveled. That's why it's elevated. First, to prevent floodings, and then number 2, to keep it level. You have variations on the terrain. You play with the layers of stone, and you don't have to go up the hill or down the hill. It's all flat. And it was paved. The same lime plaster that they were using for on top of the buildings, they would apply it on top of the road, and then with a cylinder stone roll it over to make a nice smooth pavement, just like the asphalt today. Now, it starts or finishes right there and goes just like that, straight, level, and paved for 100 kilometers or 60 miles, all the way to Yaxuna, which is just a bit south from Chichen Itza. So we have 2 big cities on opposite ends of this road. Now, the time frame doesn't really matches. When these was on the decay, Chichen Itza was just on the being re-inhabited towards the rise. So, but still, we have a couple of hundred years that there could have been some kind of connection. Now, the interesting part of this is that everybody knows that the Maya didn't use a wheel, right? They didn't have pack animals. They did have the concept of the wheel because there's toys that have been found in Haina Island in the Gulf of Mexico that they have wheels, but they didn't use it on the roads for different reasons. Who knows why exactly? But the interesting thing is that they were carrying weights on their backs through these roads. Lower classes or high classes. That means you can tell the forensic archaeologists today, they can tell who was high class and who was low class just because of that. They would carry the weights on their backs with a thumb line across the forehead, and that would compress the vertebrae of the neck. So just by looking at the compression on the vertebrae, they can tell high class or low class. Which is even more interesting is that today they can tell the composition of the bones and therefore the diet to that person. So let's just, as a theory, let's say just find a body which is high class, and then in his diet you have something that is not, you cannot find in this area. It's just like the architecture. You start connecting the dots to other areas, and then maybe you end up with a ruler that came from Mexico or central Mexico and was ruling here around some time. So this is the important advances that we can get just with one road. So it's again, when you pull all the things that you have together, you can make a lot of history. So the next stop is a big one. From that, we pretty much start heading back to the bus, to the coach, and the tricycles again. You're gonna go around, and you're gonna meet up with us on the other side. Whoever's walking, we make a little shortcut on this side.
Legați ați colecționat chetalul,